What's good, y'all? What's good? Motivational Monday is here. I hope you guys are all, pursuing getting to the bag. You know what I mean? It's Monday. This is what you should be doing at work or planning on going to work, such as me, because I'm over here on the West Coast and we start a little bit later, obviously. And what I do starts like real late, like swing shift to graveyard, stuff like that. You know what I mean? It's just, a chance for us to figure out our day a little bit later than the rest of the world, or at least the rest of the country. But for now, I just want to just give some highlights to what it is that way I have planned today, and just let everybody know, let's stay motivated. Let's, keep getting, after the things that we want to get after. One thing for certain, you know, this what I'm on. Let's just be I'm on this. Right now I'm on this. I gotta have this, right? So let me get this up here on my green screen. Yep. On my green screen. So I just been, putting together my plan, trying to make sure that we have, everything lined up. Our business is gonna launch May 1st. And we've already got some contracts developing, which is a blessing. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate that. If you're here for the likes, and the motivational, go ahead and hit the like button. You know what I mean? Because I'm here for the motivational. I'm sorry that I'm having problems navigating through this doggone. I know probably what it is. I don't know. I'm just having problems navigating, trying to get my camera to come on so I can at least be seen, and I can't get it to do it. That's what I'm saying. I've been having problems with stuff like this, and it kind of led me into a doggone strike. And I just wasn't trying to do that. I really wasn't trying to do any of that. And then I messed around and got struck on some dumb stuff. So, how do I get away from that? It's crazy. But yeah. So for today, one of the things we're going to be talking about here later on is the Shedure Sanders situation. Oh my goodness, man, what an injustice. We're looking at, let's just say a lineage of talent, of a young talent, African American talent. Obviously, we know we're going to be seeing some whatever type of, I don't know if it's pushback or what. I mean, let's just talk about Dion Sanders. First of all, we know what he was. He was a very, very confident. They always get confident, confidence mixed up with, being like too cocky or, being what they call the word, or you're too brash, or even the worst type of word that you could put on the situation. You're one of those guys who are just like a little over the top. We don't like you. And Dion always had to face that. So we're going to be addressing that because we feel like, and this is just, let's just say that a lot of people that I've talked to already that have been associated with sports, and I have a long sports lineage. I have a show on a couple of different channels that I do. And we talk about stuff about the plights of, African Americans, especially at the quarterback position. I mean, 20 years ago, that was a rarity in itself. All right. So I just feel like, a lot of things are going on and people are starting to talk. Here we go. This is what I'm looking at this morning, okay? Just to let you know. All right. Hold on. So, yeah. Hold on, maybe that's. Wait a minute, wait a minute. I'm coming. Oh, I can't get it. I can't get it. There we go. I can't get it. I don't know what the problem is. This is different when you do this here on YouTube. It's hard to get your green screen to kick in. But this is what I was looking at this morning. It's still morning, and I'm happy about it, man, because my favorite shop, man, they just said, "Oh, your money's no good here." I'm like, "What?" No, your money's no good. I turned around. I was like, "No, here. This is for you." So I'm happy about that, man. Already the Monday blessings are kicking in, and I'm happy about that, man. So, but yeah, our guy Shedure Sanders, man, went in the draft in the 5th round. Oh wow, that's so foul. Why did they do that to him? Leading the country in so many different categories and winner of, you know, prestigious positional titles, along with being named to the All-American team. You know what I'm saying? It's like, how did you fall to the 5th round of the draft? It don't make no sense. It absolutely makes no sense. So I'm going to be addressing that later on here, because it's really a travesty. I hate that see that young man go through it, but welcome to the NFL. Welcome to the NFL. That's how they play. And I was hoping that this would be inspiration. I know it is. I know what it's like to be like, you're going to have to, wait here, wait behind this guy, sit the bench behind that guy, all of that type of stuff. Oh, FYI, if you're at work and you're watching me, maybe you shouldn't be. Maybe you should get back to work. Motivational Monday, get to the bag. Don't let me be a distraction. You see, because I get paid to be on here on YouTube. I'm a YouTube partner. So go back to work. You can check out the replay, hashtag replay, and you can put all your little hateration comments in right there. All right? So, really, for real shit, I'm like, why are you at work watching me? Make that shit make sense. You're at work watching me? That's dumb. Don't do that. Somebody might report you, since people like reporting. Yeah, matter of fact, you can do this. Go to an AA meeting near you. Go there. Recover. Recover from your drug and alcohol addiction. There's positive things going on there. And maybe you could use some of that for those people that are, on the brink. You know what I mean? They're on the brink. Just go there and handle yourself, all right? But Motivational Monday is part of that also. Go do your thing. Get better. Stop letting, the world drag you down. Alcohol it's bad for your face when you overdo it. It really is. It ages you. Okay? And you don't want to do that, I mean, I have to say, me being an athlete all this time, I'm kind of blessed, because, yeah, I'm heavy, but who isn't? Most athletes that are in the league are like, where I'm at, they're my weight. I'm a big dude. I'm athletic. Even at my age, I'm still athletic. But I let that muscle memory take over, and that's why I still have a youthful appearance. And I'm blessed for that. I thank God for that, and I worked hard for that. But what's real funny is that there's people out here that are really wearing and tearing on their age, all right? That drinking, the alcohol, all that type of stuff. You might want to go check in for a little while and give that shit a break. Feel me? But, I did my time. I did my thing. You know what I'm saying? I did all my gym work, all that. I could still go in there and lift 315-pound bench press. Don't let big misconstrue you as not being strong. See, I may not be able to run a mile, but them first 10 yards, woo, you got something to deal with. That's all I need is 10 yards. That's usually all any, you know, predator beast mode type of animal kingdom. That's all they usually need is that first 10 yards and they on your ass. But yeah, I just wanted to talk more about, you know, what it was that got Shedure Sanders tracked down to the bottom of the league. And it's kind of like what's going on around here, you know, in the whole let's just say aspect of the way people think, you know, the way people think. So I'm gonna move. Oh, no wonder. There we go. Let's turn it back around. Let me see if that works. How y'all doing? You see how I'm getting down? It's that time. It's still early over here. It's still morning. Can you believe that? It's still morning. So having went through the whole weekend of watching the draft, I was so fucking disingenuous about the way they're doing. I couldn't respond. I had to wait to respond. Like, how you gonna take NFL Hall of Famer Dion Sanders' son and make him pay because he's what they call, I guess what they're calling, you know, like conceited or something, because he's confident and he's got swag and, you know, and he comes from a family of people that are considered self prime time and all of that. I'm like, come on now. Why would they do that to that young man? What's up, James S? I appreciate you pulling up. That's the first chat. I didn't see any other chats because I had that stupid green screen up, but I wanted to show some stuff, you know. But yeah, so I was like, you know, Dion might have, you know, inadvertently, you know, affected his son in the draft. What you think, James? You think Dion Sanders' status might have affected his son and that they like foresee like some sort of interference coming from him being a defensive back anyway, might be trying to, you know, change the whole system over there. Because it was mentioned that, you know, Shedeur's like, if you're not ready to make this offense accommodate my skill set, you might not want to draft me. Okay, now if you remember, there's been a few quarterbacks in history that have done that. You remember the Peyton Manning family? Yeah, them guys, they did the same thing. Yes, he didn't. You know what? Let's talk about that right quick, James. So playing in the Senior Bowl and the combine and all that stuff now, you know what that's starting to open yourself up. If you notice now, there's no more remember the All-Star games and all that stuff? They kind of limited all that down because players were getting hurt and potentially losing out on their career, you know, in the NFL, because it's like you could get hurt in the Senior Bowl. Don't think you can't. And the Senior Bowl being like one of the last bowls of the season, man, you get out there, you tear your Achilles, you blow, you know, you have any type of injury that's going to slow you down from coming to the camp with your best performance because you're rehabbing. Is something you might want to consider if you're Shedure Sanders. Like, I'm not taking that chance. I want to come with my best ability. I'm going to stay with my trainer. I'm going to keep continuing doing what I need to do to improve my health and my game so I can come to camp with my best performance. So maybe that's it. I mean, it's a no-brainer. I mean, he did you know, and I'm going to say this, James, he did the pro day also at you know, did the Pro Bowl, you know, the pro day at his college, you know, which was cool. That's what they're doing now. We'll do a pro day at the camp. I went to one at the UW, right? We wasn't doing it in my time. I just went and viewed one, witnessed one, took notes, you know, did some interviews, stuff like that. You know what I'm doing, James, on the other side, on the sports side. And I saw, you know, that, okay, that is just a showcase for kids that, you know, want to show just their talents, just their team's talent, not the whole plethora of kids coming out of NFL where you get a look like this. Everything you do is a look like this. And then to top it off, you know, a kid, you know, he could get easy lost in the numbers or whatever, you know. And pro day at the school is like the way to go now, you know. I think it is. And these kids, don't want to risk their careers, man, doing this other extra stuff. Yeah, it used to be good back in the day, those, because you remember there was no playoffs back then, right? Now we got playoffs, conference championships. Those are your extra games. You don't need to do the other things anymore to try to, showcase your talent as much as you can till the end of your career in college. So you got those other things to go up on, and then you got your pro day camp at your school. So I get it. You know, if he's flashy, let's get it like this. Was Ocho Cinco flashy? Huh? What about what's his name? His partner? Huh? Was he flashy? I mean, I sometimes we got to remember, we get flashy mixed up with confidence that makes you the person that excels more than the next person. Sometimes, and I have to say it, amongst melanated men, they need that to help them stimulate and maximize their competitive levels. Yes, they need that because it's always about competition. And part of being whatever is called braggadocious or confidence or being flashy adds layers to all of that. So when you show up at game day, you're feeling yourself. And you have to be confident. You have to feel yourself. I know. You come in there, if you come in there and that's the way you put your game face on, that's the way you put your game face on. Can't nobody tell you how to motivate yourself, okay? This is what my take is on this whole thing, I heard some good ones too, man, around the media world and whatnot. A couple good ones. But I feel like, yeah, they're being hard on them just for what you said. Too flashy. The kids, okay, you give these kids a chance to sign, right? These promotion deals in college now, and they're depending on who you are, you getting big money. Hi, Auntie, how you been? Nice to see you. It really is. And Angie is a member. Thank you for maintaining your membership on. It is truly appreciated. But so you get these kids these little promotional contracts, the NIR, whatever they call them, and that's good to hear. And they go ahead and they obtain some money, which what I thought they should have always been able to do. Even when I was like, man, I'm not even getting paid. Okay, I got a scholarship, but I was gonna get that, no matter what, But I appreciated it, I had to earn that shit, right? But it's like after that, where did the money all go? I didn't get no money out of it. You know what I mean? I didn't get no money out of it. So it's like I've sacrificed my body. My body is hurting now to this day behind my sacrifice out on that field. When they say blood, sweat, and tears, that's what's on that field. Trust me when I say this. Yes. So now these kids got action at the deals to be able to promote themselves. So yeah, he had money, and he's Dion Sanders' kid. So what do we got to do? We got to come in. Where does it say in the rules that you can't be flashy? You know what I'm saying? You can't have the gold necklace, You can't have an earring in your ear with bling. You can't pull up in a Mercedes-Benz truck, G truck. You can't, what, that's too much? You see what I'm saying? It's like you're not allowed to enjoy what you got because you're being told how they want you to look, how they want you to dress. You know what I'm saying? Who they want you to be around. We don't like you around those rappers. Yeah, funny things happen. Funny things happen all over the world, B. Okay? So I have to say straight up that, there's some, stuff going on that ain't cool. You know what I mean? The way that they're judging, Mr. Sanders ain't cool, man. Shiloh, sure, he had all of the accolades. to say that you are a first-round draft pick. Everybody knew it. To say he's too flashy, that's corny. Not you, James. I'm not talking about you. I'm saying the league. And that's what you're highlighting here. You're saying the league don't want flashy players. I don't get that part. You know what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, who are the superstars? The flashy players. Their talent, and along with, the way they carry themselves. Let's face it, it's entertainment. That's what people want. They want to be entertained. Are you not entertained? I mean, Dion going down the sidelines, high stepping, was entertaining. It led him all the way to the NFL Hall of Fame. Plus, he got a ring. You know what I mean? So where do we draw the lines? Like, man, you're impacting a kid's future by downgrading him, not based on his talent, not his off-field performance and presence. He was a good kid. But because he likes to dress up and likes a nice car and a fine woman and all, he's too, That to me is an element of hating, jealousy. You know what I'm saying? It's like, why would you base his NFL career on that? Not on field, not his so-called community record and all that. You know what I mean? Hey, Angie gave up 5 gift memberships. Rinsky got one. Oh, wow, Rinsky. Look what you benefit. B-Dog got one. DMW Shots got one. Yes, I appreciate that. Thanks for you guys being up in the building. But Rinsky, me and you got to talk. Really, we do. Because I don't want nothing, any personal opinions to get in the way of us networking. I see this show that you're here in the bushes watching, and I appreciate it. You should say hi. I'm saying hi. But don't let anything else get in between what kind of relationship me and you have. All right? See, I ain't even talking about none of that. I'm talking about Motivational Monday. And the topic of the day is Dion Sanders' son, Shedeur. He got downplayed in the draft. It's not fair. It's not fair. It really isn't fair. They took a team, an abysmal team, and made it into something with a low-grade line offensive unit that couldn't do the job that a lot of other schools have the benefit of, and he still made them not only productive, but look what they did for the school. Do you know how much money the school made with Dion and his sons being there? School ain't complaining. They backing them up 100%. We can't knock the school. But when you get to the league, it's a little different, ain't it? People get a chance to insert their personal opinions, okay? Yes. Thank you, hon. I appreciate your words of wisdom. So it's like, if we have people that are gonna take a kid in his future and his career and devalue him because he's too flashy, that's not fair. If a kid wants to dress up and look nice and have nice things and enjoy his life and the works that he did, let him. Not unless you have a dress code. Is there an unwritten code? Yes. Obviously, there's an unwritten code being applied here because nobody can explain, other than the good insight that James just gave us, that the kid is being devalued because he's like his dad. He's prime time. That's superstar material. You don't throw water on the fire. Are you serious? When you got a spark like that on your team, you try to ignite it. You use that to rally a point. He's a quarterback. He's supposed to be very, very influential, and thank you. And they got to let him grow. Why would you spank him before he even gets it? You know what the league just did? They lit a fire now. That boy got something to prove now. There was another kid that got drafted, I think it was the 7th round. Straight up the 7th round. His name is Tom Brady. 7th round, 7 championships. Yeah, they are. They're trying to put some fire on that man. Come on, why? Why are they trying to put his fire out? They're trying to throw water on him. Why? Just let him be him. He doesn't get in trouble with the police. He doesn't have accusations of misconduct, sexual harassment, and all that. So why are you demoting him because he likes to feel a kind of way? Just like his dad. His dad never got in trouble for none of that. And they did the same thing to him. And to top it off, he's very vocal. You know what I'm saying? In a positive way. I mean, you know how many people will end up doing high stepping down the sideline because of Dion Sanders? It's okay to have fun and do things according to the rules. There was nothing against the rules against what he did. But there's some unwritten rule, obviously, that applies, and people are out there doing what Angie said, trying to put their fire out. To me, I want to wish Shedure Sanders all the luck in the world and to use this Motivational Monday to go out there and kick everybody's ass. I already know he ain't no laying down with him. There's no laying down with him. He was squeaky clean. They couldn't even invent something to put on him. It's like Sapp. You know, Warren Sapp? Nobody knew he was that intelligent when he got arrested. He knew his rights. You know what I'm saying? He knew everything. When Warren Sapp went, he's suing them for the way they treated him. And as well as he should be. Because they judged him wrongly. That was a judgment that shouldn't have applied to a man who knows his rights. Yes. How you doing, Kim? Miss Kim, yeah. That's me. I'm in my car getting ready to do my thing right now. I understand. Thank you for pulling up, though, okay? But yeah. So, I'm so glad you ladies showed up. Spider-Man! You guys showed up because somebody's out here trying to paint a narrative that I don't like women. That's the furthest from the whole truth about me. I was raised by a beautiful woman, a single mom. My mom. She taught me how to play football. She went out there and threw the ball to me, you know, and baseball and all the other things, you know what I'm saying? If it wasn't for her, I wouldn't have got where I got. Appreciate you, Spider-Man. Blessings to you, too. Rocksteady's in that building, and all you guys got memberships. Man, that's what's up. Thank you for passing out those memberships, Angie. So, you know, people are going to paint narratives to try to make it fit a certain way. But what's going to be a big problem is when you try to go against a religion and what people believe in and think that's going to work, you just increase your adversaries and the people going against you by 1/3 of the world. 1/3 of the world is Muslim. I ain't asked you to believe in what I believe in. I just believe in what I believe in. And I'm going to let you know this is what I believe in. You don't have to like it, love it, none of that. But you got to respect it. Just like I respect anybody else around here and their religion and who they work with. You know what I mean? What you do, all that. So I'm not going to get caught into that. Right now, I'm feeling like Shedure Sanders. Oh, I got a point to prove now. Watch me work. You know what I'm saying? People are actively trying to go at your boy Ned because I called some shit out. It isn't my fault. You know what I mean? I don't disrespect people. When people come to this channel, look at all the love that's being shown. People come to this channel here, they show love. I like that. When you come here disrespecting, talking loud, you won't shut up, you're drunk, whatever the case is. And if the shoe fits, wear it, okay? If you feel like I'm talking about you, maybe I am. Maybe I am. You can't just conduct yourself any way you want to. You're not entitled to just come into people's platforms and start talking shit. That's not cool. It's not cool. It's my problem. You don't like it? You can watch something else. That's all it is to it. Hey, Savannah. What's up, girl? How you doing? Yeah, hold on. I'm going to do this one, too. Got to do it. I love your support, and you are definitely somebody that got this comment. You already know. So let's say this. I'm feeling like Shedure Sanders. I'm not getting my props. I help people build a lot of channels. I help people build a lot of channels, just supporting, put myself in the back seat. You know what I'm saying? When people were coming over to AD's TV, I was letting him know, hey, man, these are good people right here. This is good, this is good, this is good. We work together, man. Shout out to you, AD. Shout out to you for not letting your hands get dirty, man, no matter what, bruh. I appreciate that, man. That's all I can say. I ain't asking you to say nothing, speak on nothing. It don't mean me and you are in cahoots together, none of that. It just means I respect what you did, bro. Because not everybody did that, And this is what I see myself going through, kind of like what Shedeur is going through. Being, scrutinized. People want to dig in his past. There ain't no past with Shedeur. He's squeaky clean. His dad was there to help mentor him and monitor his growth and help facilitate his impact on his career. And they're holding that against that man for being there. Who does that? Right? Rock steady. Yeah, Angie gave them out. I appreciate that. Look at all them. Spidey got a membership. Yes. Shedeur is hated because that's what I said. And his dad is we just went through that. Did his dad ever get in trouble with the police and all that? Trouble with women and all that? Nope. No. He's a stand-up. That's why he's in the Hall of Fame. But when they see that when they see that spark and they see that flame, they get intimidated. And that's what this is. We're looking at intimidation. Show is stupidity at its finest, Spider-Man. How you going to downplay that man's talents and the accomplishments that he did at that university? And the university has fully embraced everything he's done and try to judge him before he plays one NFL snap. Oh, it's not his talent. What is it then? Can we put a finger on what it is that Shedeur Sanders did to be said that he's a fifth-round drafter? Almost into the category of, what did they used to call it, the last pick? Mr. Irrelevant category. Are you serious? Are you serious? You can't be. Because he comes from a lineage of professional athleticism and family upbringing and being obviously a moral fiber. These kids pray. They don't believe in a lot of other stuff. They believe in a higher power. They believe in God Almighty. That's what they do. Rocksteady said, I remember you right. And matter of fact, you gave out some memberships. Let's say that. I remember, Rocksteady. It's all good. I just appreciate the fact that you guys even think like that. You know what I mean? And whatever's going on, y'all ain't letting it influence what we got going on. Because what I've said to you guys, I mean it. I love the fact that you guys support even this little stuff we do. We talking about Shedure Sanders. Once people see that we're talking about that, guess what they did? Whoop, let me turn the channel. Let me go back to work. Net's not bashing anybody today. And he said, I think that they may be judging him according to his father's standards. They just want to let him know that he's not Dion Sanders. You're absolutely right. He's not. But is he wrong if he tries to be? We got to make this shit make sense, okay? Is he wrong if he tries to emulate an NFL Hall of Famer, a spiritual man, a coach, a person who works with kids to help improve their not only stature as athletes, but as young men? Is he wrong for trying to emulate his dad? Where did they start this shit at? It seems like it only applies to us because I just watched all of the Mannings go to the pro and pick and choose which teams they wanted to play for and everything. And their dad, Archie Manning, was right there along the whole way without no pushback. There it is. I love that one. You should definitely strive to be good as or better than his father. Facts. Uh-oh, Rocksteady. I appreciate you, girl. Y'all put a like on that, okay? Rocksteady threw 5 in the kitty. You already know I'm liking that thumbs up. Thank you, girl. You are such a supporter. All y'all are, because, you guys know we're kind of going through it over here. It's not really over here, but, at the channel that I love ADTV. I ain't going to lie. I love that channel. I went to a lot of stuff to help build that channel with Aggressive. You know what I'm saying? And I like the stance that he's taking. Sometimes, just don't say nothing at all. And that's what I was trying to imply. If you don't like something, just don't say nothing. You know what? They got 1 million YouTubers out here. All you got to do is watch them. Don't watch me. Don't watch me then. If you don't like what I'm saying, if you don't like my religion, if you don't like my culture, don't watch me then. You know what I'm saying? Don't watch me. Because I'm definitely going to represent where I'm from and what I do. You know what I'm saying? I am one of the few Native American Muslims. You know what I mean? And somebody tried to attack that today, like, oh, that's not cool to believe in that. 1/3 of the world is Muslim, and a lot of those women, believe in what it is that is mandated, you know? All right, girl. Most definitely. Most definitely. Kimberly Harper, you said it good right there. Move in silence. And I'd stand behind, what I believe. What can I say? I'm not perfect. Nobody is. But at this point, you can pick and choose. Now, I don't care. You don't like what I'm saying? Go over there. You can watch it over there. Matter of fact, say it on your own channel. There you go. That's all I was trying to say in the first place. Say it on your own channel. So, she's going in the building. Oh, that means she's going to work. That's what I mean. Motivational Monday, we got to go to work, y'all. We got to get it. I'm taking my coffee. I'm getting amped up. And yes, 100% on the likes. Ain't that something? Beautiful. I appreciate that, y'all. Let me put that. I see I'm on this YouTube thing. Here's another thing I want people to realize, okay? That when you do this, and AD showed me this one, right? When you go vertical, you get more views, right? And that's cool, especially when we're having good content like this, good, clean content, conversation, especially discussing Shedeur. Thank you, hon. I appreciate you so much. Behind the bar. Yes. I love you, man. Man, bro, I don't know how to, I'm trying to get in touch with you, bro. I don't know how to get in touch with you. I wanted to give you my number, but I can't. Obviously, we can't do it here. Can you tell me a good way? Because you say you're not on IG anymore, and I want to get in touch with you, man. Do some, some here planning and discussions with you, man. Because you are a smart dude, man. You've been under attack before, too, so I know you know the lane I should be going down. I appreciate you, man. You pull up every time, man, even if it's just to say hi. That's what's up, showing your support. Love you, man. So, yeah, we're talking about Shedure Sanders, man. Basically, he ain't blackballed, but he's blacklisted. Appreciate that, Behind the Bar. Y'all get a chance, you already know who he is. Come on now. But if you haven't, go over to Behind the Bar and subscribe. Oh, man, become a member. He's monetized all that. And his content is, man, goddamn. It's something else. It's something else. It's entertaining. We're just trying to be entertaining. And we can clean out. Sometimes we got to clean house. That's it. That's all. We got to clean house so the show can go on. We have to have the show come on, right? Keep it going. All kind of shit happens. But the show must go on. That should be the motto of the month. The show must go on. Stick to the content. Right now, Shedure Sanders is being treated unfairly. Real shit. How many times do we have to see black quarterbacks getting downgraded? This time it's because he's too flashy. Somebody make this shit make sense. The way we run is too flashy. Oh, we want to stop, cut, go back across the field and throw an 80-yard bomb. That's too flashy. You should have just took the ball and tucked it and fell down and took a little loss. They want to coach. They used to coach you like that. Don't do that. That's why the game changed now. Now you see the game being more offensively constructed to where we got to have a mobile quarterback. He has to be able to throw the ball and run. Those receivers have to be more efficient other than just catching balls, running pass patterns. They got to be able to block too. That helps, especially if Shedeur is going to say, you know what, I'm going to keep this one and I'm going to run. Now it's time for receivers to turn into blockers. Yes. I don't know how to highlight this stuff. See, I'm on the vertical stream here, just trying to take advantage of some numbers and whatnot. And, it's going to show in the end. Because as soon as I end this live, like I did the other day, I was like, damn, I had a couple hundred right off the rip. And somebody said, yeah, right. The thing is, you got to utilize the tools that we have. Like I said, AD showed and told me about this. He was doing it for a while. It is what it is. We live in an evil world. Look what they're doing to that man. They have no excuse to be going after Shedeur like that. None. He does things for the kids. The first thing he did after he got drafted, he went and visited a youth football program. He didn't have to. He went to a youth football program, took pictures, signed autographs, you know what I'm saying? Made his presence known, gave words of encouragement to those kids out there playing football. Come on, man. How you gonna, I don't understand. How do you devalue a person based not on what he did on the field, not what he did at the college, what he didn't get into while he was at college, which was trouble. And now that he's already making his presence in the NFL, to say, you're too flashy, man. You like your dad. Even though his dad never got in trouble. His dad helped the teams make money. Him being Dion Sanders helped his own career, helped him to monetize himself. Remember, he was doing music. Even though I thought that was kind of funny, There must be the music. Dion doing his thing out there, you know what I'm saying? But it was entertaining. It was entertaining. There's nothing wrong with that. And now he turns into primetime. A whole legacy that he could have came up with his own, and I think he does have his own brand. Primetime. I mean, why not? What's wrong when we try to do it? It's looked at and frowned on. I don't understand that. I don't understand it, It's looked at and frowned. No, don't be confident. No, don't be that. That's too much. That seems like you're being braggadocious. Oh, no, don't do that. Oh, don't be extra when you're running the ball. That looks like you're showing off. We got to stop this and just push that to the side. Push it all to the side, Just be you. That's all you can be. And that's what I want Motivational Monday to be. I want it to be where we are all just being us. You know what I'm saying? And be the best you can be. I love it. I love it. I am the Alpha Omega, and I am the beginning, and I am the end. You're right. And Dion had to shake every time he made a touchdown. What's wrong? It's like celebrating. Because you know what? One day, it all comes to an end. You don't get to run the touchdowns no more. You don't get to be in front of 1 million people. Imagine that. You got 1 million people looking at you, and you're having the time of your life, and you want to dance. That's like when the Spirit fills you, When God comes into your life, what do you want to do? It's nothing wrong with that. Let the Spirit take you, man, because it's positive. And they're trying to throw water on this man's fire. He ain't even took an NFL snap. That shit's sad, man. And I don't know why there ain't people coming really out of the woodwork, you know what I'm saying, to say something about it. Like some real prominent people like, well, R.I.P. to Jim Brown, stuff like that. People who used to say stuff about it, Some of these other athletes, I've seen them voicing disconcerting, but it needs to be more said like, man, y'all gonna quit striking us down before we even take a snap. That shit's corny, man. And it shows you what the old money, as we'll call it, the old money, is trying to do, you know? They're trying to downplay us and our talents, and they're making us not being able to have the same advantages that the other person has when they hit the field. They drafted some people before him that weren't as good as him, just based on this, what you said right here, Rocksteady, envy and jealousy. That's not fair. People will say, well, the world ain't fair. Yeah, well, I mean, how long we gonna live like that? You know, this is supposed to be America, land of the free, right? Everybody's supposed to be equal. But here's a prime example of equality being thrown for a loss, flag on the play, being thrown for a sack. Not based on anything else than the way a man likes to have zeal for life. He has zeal for life. You can see it. He's shining. I had a picture of him, but I don't know where it went. All I know is, you know, they're not going to take that man's fire and try to douse it like they do every other man. You know why? Because he got a good dad and a family around him. And that's what makes the difference. That makes a difference. That increases your chances of success. Rocksteady said, yes, I love Dion Sanders. He got that ring with us, the Cowboys. Oh, dude. My sister lives in Dallas. Yeah, she do. That's all she be talking about. She don't care if they winning, losing, what kind of season they having. She's just Dallas all day. Shout out to you, Cherie. That's my sister. Her name is Cherie. 1 year behind me, man. She maintained her youthfulness too, you know. Straight up. It's in the genes, really it is. But fortunately for me, you know, I played sports all them years, so it carried into that too. So it is what it is, you know. I'm feeling blessed. I'm happy about where I'm at in life. You know what I'm saying? I protect my family. I learned a long time ago, can't display them up here like I want to. Beautiful family. I got beautiful grandkids, you know, beautiful significant other. Can't put them on here because there's people out here, just like you said, Rocksteady, envy and jealousy. It's real. It's sad too, because I'm not like that. I don't work like that. Everything I've done, the shit that I'm doing, I work for it. You know what I mean? And I help other people work on what they got. I'm known for that. So it's like, you know, people should concentrate on helping the person that's next to you. Don't worry about the person in front of you. You're not going to get there like that. You won't get there like that. Teamwork made the stream work, okay? That's a fact. Go ask AD. He'll tell you it makes it work. His platform took a lot of blows. Trying to hit me with blows. For nothing. For nothing. So I'm going to leave it like this. Motivational Monday, all right? To put a prayer out for that young man that's being dressed with that burden that he don't deserve. He don't deserve that. Let that kid play. Yes, the Washington, D.C. team, I mean, that whole thing is a debacle. It's like, you guys had to change your names and everything. You know what I'm saying? They've been going through it. You can't be the Redskins, man. That's derogatory. What's next, huh? They had to change it. I understand that. That was history. I know a lot of players that played for the Redskins that was important. They're in the Hall of Fame. They won championships, Super Bowl. The first black quarterback played with them, or one of the first. He was the first top three because there was another one. But Doug Williams played there. I mean, come on, this is a legacy. It's just like, you know, you guys went through it and now you're here. We're hoping that they bounce back too. I'm hoping my Seahawks bounce back. That's where I'm at. I'm about 5 blocks away from the stadium. That's my studio is at. Come to get to my coffee at the favorite place and sit there and talk to you guys for a minute. My time's almost up. I wanted to give you all at least an hour. That's what I did. And I appreciate you spending your time with me. You know what I mean? It's appreciated. We just wanted to talk positively, and I hope y'all got something out of what we talked about, especially in regards to Shedure Sanders, man. Y'all keep him in your prayers, for real, man. He's fighting something, you know. He's fighting something. That what happened to him is unjustified. Unjustified. Yep. Thanks for the shout out to my sister and all you guys. Rocksteady, Angie, Spider-Man, Behind the Bar, Kimberly, Miss Hopper. Yes. Lil Maine, the bar pulled up. Okay. I didn't see you snuck in there. Lil Maine, Savannah, Spider-Man. Yes. Love y'all, man. Appreciate y'all pulling up, man. That's my time for right now. I do have something else I'm going to address later on, but I wanted to start it off with Motivational Monday, man, especially for Shedeur Sanders. Y'all keep him in your prayers, man. That being said, man, I'm out, man.